Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome to InfraSpace here in some summertime games where we play demos and little short games just to have a lot of fun for the summertime. Because you're a busy person in the summertime. You haven't got time to be watching long videos and all that stuff. You just got time to be taking in some shorter stuff just to see what's going on while you're relaxing in the sun. And in this particular case, we're going to play a little bit of InfraSpace today. That's right. Now, this demo, of course, will be slightly different. I haven't found the end of the demo screen yet, though it is alpha and has plenty of quirky limitations, I'll call it. So what we'll do is I'm going to play this for 2 videos, and it's probably the easiest way to do it. Now, just to let you know, it does seem to carry on longer than that, so I don't know if this demo will be available after the demo week on Steam or any of that stuff. But if it is, it might actually be worth checking out, because unlike the other demos where you tend to like play a couple levels and stuff, this one you tend to you can keep playing, but it's clunky to play, but you can keep playing it. So I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the game. Let's get started. This is an alpha version and all the alpha version things that you like to know and love about it. And then, of course, we get the loading screen. Okay, we are in. Here, of course, is where we want to get started. There's lots of, it's basically a desert planets, and as you can see, there's kind of minerals kicking around, and you can kind of move far away, like there's uranium and all that stuff, but I've never even gotten to that kind of research. I was, after about 4 hours, I was doing good just to kind of get things running. And in fact, now I gotta find out where I was again. Yep. No, I think that's too far. That's a mountain range. That's copper. Yep. Okay, that's copper. Really? Was I this far? No. That's the copper. Oh, here we go. Okay, I was going to say, it's really hard to see what I was looking for, which was the sulfur. So this is where you basically start on this map. You'll be relatively close, right? So they give you lots of tutorial stuff up here in the corner. So we're going to try and play through this part of it as kind of quickly as possible. Yep, you get kind of 500 concrete to get started. And I'm gonna try and run that up there. Now I'm gonna try to run some roads like this. I'm preparing for the future, right? Because like I said, I've played a few times, and like I said, it's a bit clunky. This road obviously isn't gonna work. All right. I don't know what it's doing there. So just first, okay, you didn't even connect to that road. Okay, well let's connect you back up. Come on now, be nice to me. Okay, there we go. See, that wasn't so bad, right? There we go. Okay, build a sulfur mine. Sure, we'll do that. So there's roads. Of course, we just got roads. We have 3 miners to start: sand, sulfur, and iron. We're going to use all 3 of these here shortly. So we want to do that. Yep, we'll do that. And actually, I might as well get the sand mine down now, because it's only going to ask me for it here in a second anyway. Oh, in fact, I did do that. How about we cancel that? Unfortunately, I just wasted 6 concrete there, because you only get 50% of your resources back. Yeah, so don't mess up too often. So there is sulfur. There is sand. Right about there somewhere. We need iron. So iron. And this is a little bit tricky to kind of get iron out of. So anyway, I'm kind of hoping to stretch this as much as we can. Boop, right there. All right. Concrete factory. Yes, we definitely need one of those. So moving along, we have nothing under this tab yet, but we will have hopefully by the end of the 2-part series, we will have a little bit of something. So we'll see how that goes. Let's just extend this road a little bit more so I can have this concrete factory on it. Awesome. Right about there. Looks good to me. Power generation. Yes. Well, okay. So unlike power lines, let's have a look at power lines. So in power lines, you have to be within the circle. With wind turbines, you have to make sure they are not within the circle. Okay? And this is important, mister, because let me tell you, it will mess up if it gets messy if you kind of don't have a plan for this. So our road's kind of going to be running up there. I'm going to put that there, and then I will hook this up with power lines. Now, you can manually click these down one at a time, and it will do it. Or if you want to if you just keep stretching it, it will stretch for you. Really? Now, can I please get ready to do the next power pole? Awesome. There we go. That's what I want. See, so I can place these one at a time wherever I want them. That's a bad placement. These are actually really bad placements. Wait a second. I'm going to waste some concrete again. Yep, I just did that. And the reason that's bad placement is because I might need more sulfur miners in there later, right? So I might not. I don't think I ever did in the other demos, but I always plan for it that way because you just never know, right? I mean, really. We'll put this one at the very corner. Now, see, again, I can stretch this all the way up, and boom. Look at that. Awesome. Storing the concrete. Okay, so this is where storing the concrete. So we've skipped over this one, which is going to be like the science tab for blue science and research. We're now going for storage. This is what the dots are. It's kind of like the other tab. And so we're at storehouse. Now, one of the tricks I've run into is storage tends to kind of fill up, and then there's no way to check it, right? So if I click on this building, yeah, I can't see what's in there. I can't see what it's storing. I can't do anything with that. Now, they do have this little meter down here in the corner, but again, if you hover over this, nothing, right? So it doesn't really tell you what it is. And even after we get going here in a little bit, it doesn't add the other things to it, like microchips and stuff. The only thing it will ever show you here is how much ore you have, which is 80, and how much concrete you have, which is currently 259. But like, you know, if I'm making microchips later, and I want to see like if there was anything that's stored, yeah, you'll never know that in storage, right? So that's kind of a, again, alpha thing, right? So we'll just live with it for now. Life support, build basic habitats. Sure, let's do that. Let's build basic habitats right down the center. Now, the reason I'm kind of doing this whole crosshatch pattern is because roads are really wonky, and I'm sure we're gonna run into that during time in these two videos. So when you see it, you'll see it. Oh, you'll see it. So let's do that. We need some O2, right? So oxygen is an important thing. So over here we have these colored icons. So like this is housing, oxygen, different types of farming and all the cool stuff. So let's go to oxygen because we got to keep these people alive when they arrive, right? I think kind of important. Okay, and now it wants a spaceport. Spaceport. That's right. Spaceport. I'm gonna try. You know what? Can I try it up here? It's gonna be a little tight, but I think I'll be all right. I think we do it. Yeah, let's do that up here. There we go. Spaceport. Cool. Now, this is where it gets a little lengthy because now it says, okay, I have to wait for 22 people. Cool. All right. Basically, everything else happens automatically. The game is all around factory, but transportation efficiency. So instead of using conveyor belts, it uses vehicles and roads. Just vehicles and roads. And basically, that's what you see going on here. So what you see is you have trucks delivering stuff to the concrete plant. Those trucks are then taking that stuff to storage. And then you use the stuff out of storage, right? So in this case, you would see trucks taking oxygen from here to the house, right? And see, look at that. That is somebody who just arrived at the spaceport and has now moved into the house. Yay, us! And it's not fast. There is nothing fast about this. So, of course, we have to kind of wait some of this out. Hey, there comes the second person. Yay, and there comes some oxygen for them. Because we like that. We want to keep them alive. Okay, so we now can move on. Now, so you'll notice, hey, you're like, well, I can click on that. I can click on this and see what it's doing, but I can't click on storage. Nope, that's not a thing. So you kind of got to put pieces together. So like if I click on the miner, I'm thinking, okay, it's got 20 kind of stored up in its own little inventory. And if I look over here, yep, okay, you're doing okay. This here at the moment is producing 1 oxygen and 1 carbon at a time, and you need carbon for research, so we'll be building more of these and other things that make carbon too, because we'll need that stuff. Now, research. Yes, research. So we'll run research down this side. Yes. It would be nice to keep research up here close to the oxygen, because it tends to be a little slow. Carbon is a bottleneck, right? At the same time, I don't want it to be on the same road, so I say we go for it here. Yeah, let's do that. And you need a research lab to process that, right? So we'll just do that over here, and now we're going to research some farming. Right on. So, farming. There we go. Now, you'll notice here the different colors. And I thought they would limit you by only doing blue science or whatever. But I was able to get into doing all the science of Small Town before I stopped playing. And I would say that you could probably do the whole game. I don't know. Yeah, that did not seem to be a limitation. So we are doing farming research, and what we're having to do is we're having to wait for these guys to do the science, okay? And it is slow. It is so slow. It's painfully slow. So even if I build a second research lab, this will not make it much faster. I'll tell you right now. Where are we with power? So we're at 7.6. Yeah, so he is still within power range of my power poles. Good. That's good. So we're gonna. So in my demo trials, I ran 2 blue science, 1 green, but I almost think that at the speed of science, you would have to run like 3 blue, 2 green, 1 yellow, 4 blue, 3 green, 2 yellow, 1 red, or something like that. And even then, I would be kind of like the minimums. And as you can see, this is not speedy, right? You know, we are getting through the research on farming though, which is good. Holy smokes! Because let me tell you, it again, not exactly Speedy Gonzalez, but we are getting through it. Actually, quite impressively, actually. Yep. Yeah, deliver the science to the lab. Yay! Single farm. Let's build one. Farms. Yay! Yep. Under here. Yep. Farm. Okay. Let's build the farm across the road from this house. And what this does is it now allows this basic habitat to become a bigger habitat. So it's like, hey, you've got oxygen and farming foods. We like that. So we can, instead of holding 8 people, we'll hold 10 people. And the way I see it, I've got it figured out so far, is it usually is good for like 2.5 to 1. So for every 5 houses you have, you can do 2 habitats. Okay, so in this particular case, I actually want to keep science going. Steel production. Oh, you're going to be fussy. You're not going to let me have that yet because we're not at that part in the tutorial yet. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so what they're doing now is they're making the food, right? And again, we're kind of stuck in a groove here where it says, oh, well, I can't do anything more for you now until you do the next part of the tutorial. Meanwhile, I am actually going to do a little bit more out here. I'm actually going to get ready with my second windmill. We're going to take that. We're going to hook it into the power grids, which would be great if you could just hook right in there for me. Thank you. I'm also going to get ready here to hook up my second iron mine. Awesome. Do that. Great. Just going through here. I don't need... Concrete comes in pretty decently. Could be a little slow, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So we've already got my 2 labs down. That's cool. I am going to put down a second storage because again, there's no way to control the viewing of storage or there's no controls around storage at all. So if it fills this and bugs out, so what will happen is that it would fill this storage. Then the vehicles trying to empty into the storage would get stuck on the road, and then they can't figure it out. And then you got to delete it all, re-put in the road, put new storage down, and then they kind of figure it out. So it's a little bit messy. It's easier to keep ahead of storage, I find. So we're gonna put down that second house. Let's see. Because now we've put down a few extra things, of course, now we've put down the need for extra workers. So we want to keep that moving along, right? Because these things take workers, right? This takes 3 more workers. And, though storage doesn't do anything, the windmills don't seem to do anything, they do need 3 workers, right? So I just took 6 workers right there. And because we had the extra lab, they each need 4 workers, right? So I now need to bring down extra people. And hey, we need a power pole running out here, big guy, because you, hello, you can't not be running power out to these people. Come on now, put that down there just nice. There we go. I would like to see everybody catch the spaceship coming in here. Because that is it. The spaceship. It reminds me of the big delivery ship in Avatar when it arrives. So hopefully we'll catch it here. It's a little hard to see sometimes because you're not given any warning or notice or anything about the spaceship coming in. It just kind of arrives every once in a while and drops stuff off, and then it kind of goes away. But in this case, like I said, we have to wait for this to build up enough food to get into. To then be able to upgrade. And it needs about 60%. Did I just miss the spaceship again? Oh, really? No. Darn it. So how are we doing here anyway? Yeah, we got the 8 people in that house. Where are we at? No, that's 2 out of 3 for that. We got 2 in there. It's getting food. So, of course, what I've done now is I'm splitting this farm into 2, right? That's why I'm just going to be patient here for a short time. And in this case, I'm going to let this upgrade happen. I'll bring it back when it's done. I just wanted to show you the spaceship while it was here. Yay, spaceship! Look at this. So, in this case, yeah, it looks just like that big, huge spaceship in Avatar. Yeah, it's kind of cool looking, I will give them that. It's definitely got the cool look to it. Anyway, we're still waiting on this upgrade, and it is slow because, again, like I said, this one farm, I've split into 2 houses now, so it's going to have to keep going here. So, again, I'll bring it back once I get the upgrade to be done. All right, we finally have enough food in one of the habitats that it's going to upgrade in about 15 seconds. The only thing I've done is put down the second farm. Now, I would do this eventually anyway, but by having the second farm, it just allows me to shove food in here faster, so I wasn't here for, ever. One thing the game does not have is multi-speed buttons. You either got play or pause. So that's it. Oh, yeah, so you're finished the tutorial. Great. Now you're ready to make your city great. So I thought at first this is where like the game ended, but no. Nope. You can keep playing the game now. And now you're kind of off the leash, right? So now you can actually like research stuff and things, right? So now it's like, yep, steel production is a go. So now, of course, they want you to do small town, which basically means, get through the thing. So I'm assuming that the tutorial or the demo portion must end at small town, but I have never actually gotten that far because that's actually about 10 hours. Yeah, and the big issue here is, this is actually really good. So see, there's been no science going for a while, so these guys had it all stored up. So of course, the roads working like conveyor belts, had to move stuff through. So we got that done. I now want to get electronics done because that's a thing, and then home appliances because. The next upgrade for habitats is appliances, right? So if you get home appliances, these will upgrade again. But this is where now I have to be a little more creative. So we are now getting steel done. Steel. To factories, go to the factories. Steel mill, right? So in this case, we're going to take carbon. Right? And we're going to take iron ore and we're going to make steel out of it. Right? And now, so again, if you take iron ore and carbon, we're going to get steel, and that's groovy. The only thing is that we have very limited carbon resources. Right? You can only make carbon so fast. So this machine here is making carbon, right? But notice we have only one left in storage now. So now the steel mill and the research both need carbon. Well, I don't really have any carbon makers, right? Like I don't have a machine besides this oxygen machine that makes carbon for me, which drives me crazy. So yes, you do get the carbon processor, which puts out carbon. Great. But where is it here? Computers, large buildings, carbon nanotubes. I don't even think I've seen it in here. So I don't know where it is in the research tree to actually to get that thing, right? Because I would love to have it. I would really love to have it. Now, so anyway, we're gonna keep playing now anyway, even with this limitation, because basically what I do now is I will force it to make, I will force more carbon by putting down more oxygen, and by doing that, what I'll do is instead of forcing these houses to upgrade, I will just put down more houses. Hence, they need more oxygen to do the things, right? So it's a little bit of a workaround. Yep. It's a thing you gotta do because, hey, I want more of the things, right? I would love to be able to have this carbon processor thing, though. But yeah, I can understand they kind of want to keep you alive first, so I guess they want you to have oxygen. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess, whatever. So again, yep, give me the house. Boop. So we already have the extra farm down, right? Because like I said, it's about a 2-to-1 for a farm. I got the second farm down already for the next two houses I've just put down. Copper mine, electronics factory, yes. Okay, so we have not gotten out to the copper mine yet, but we're going to. Yipper. So we're going to do. How are we going to handle this one? You know what? Let's take this road straight out. Well, let's take this road straight out. And now I want to take this road straight over. Something like this. Like this. And again, you'll notice I'm going straight through to create an intersection. And again, that is because if you kind of just tack on to the end, the roads get kind of messy. So that's for sure. Now, okay, so we want 1 miner for copper. We'll have to get some power out here. But that's okay. That's fine. 1 copper miner. Cool. Okay, so now I need, let's see, 1 copper miner. Yeah, I want the electronics factory, but not yet. Not yet. I need the wind turbine-y things first. All right, cool. And because of that, I need to stretch that over here to hook you into there. But then I will take this line and I will run a power line. Okay, you want to be a little fussy? Let's take it from this side. There. Do that. Do the thing now. Do the thing. Okay. Now, we want electronics factories, under factories. That's a steel mill. That's not it. Yes, the new globe thingy. And our first factory coming online. And as it sees here, it wants iron ore and copper ore. So I'm going to put this about halfway between the two, which is why I'm putting it on the same street as our storage. Yep, we're going to do that. Now, again, these all take workers, right? So I got to keep bringing them workers in. You know, you got to keep bringing them workers in. So, yep, we got to keep having them workers. Right about there somewhere, I guess. Yep, gotta have them workers coming in. Gotta have them workers. Come work for me. Yep, do that. Here we go. We're gonna put some houses here on the other side of the street. And yeah, now we may need a farm here. I'm gonna let that build up, but I'm not worried about them upgrading, right? I just want the 8 people. Give me the 8 people. Right? Because it takes a lot of electronics. It takes so many electronics to make things happen. And as you can see, it's not fast. It's really slow. So again, the speeds here are really painful. They are quite painful. That is one thing about this game. Again, it's alpha, right? You know, we can't even call it beta or early access or anything. I mean, we're talking an alpha demo. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I haven't got enough concrete. Do I want to fix that yet? No, I don't think so. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to... we're good for power. I think I'm going to just let this build up a little bit. I got to let this kind of come in here. So what I'm going to do is I will do a cut here. Actually, we're out of time for this episode. 17/8, that is 2028. Yeah, so basically, I guess that is kind of the end of the first episode, which is really cool. So that actually is. This actually is a really good time to stop because now it takes a while to build up, right? Because this is where my first big wait was last time because. You actually need like several chip factories just to make home appliances. Like you need a lot more numbers here, and we just don't have the people, and currently not the concrete either, to do that. So on the next episode, we're gonna just keep building this out. Again, I'm not worried about going through the whole tree for this demo or anything like that, but I'd like to do one more episode of it. It seems to be a fun game, and though it has its limitations, doesn't seem to have any play limitations at the moment. So with that, I would like to see kind of go a little bit farther. I'm Max. This, of course, is InfraSpace, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.